Mark Haywalker here at NASDAQ Market Site with a Financial Buzz exclusive interview. Alongside me today is Larry Liu, Director of Kirin International Holding. Welcome to the show, Larry.
Thank you very much.
Why don't you start off by telling us a little bit about your company?
Yes, Kirin International is a China-based real estate company, and we are focusing on the third-tier city development. And what we do is residential instead of commercial. And for the residential, we are doing most of them like high-rise buildings, 20, 30 floor, and we build them, we sell them, we do not hold them. And right now we have two major projects. One is 5 million square feet, the other is 10 million square feet construction area. And it's in the city of Xingtai. And in addition to those projects, we also have other two that is in the process of acquiring the land for our future development. That's what Kirin do in China. As a matter of fact, in the beginning of 2013, we started development and reinvestment in the United States for the purpose of diversifying our investment. And we started from different kind of properties, office building, commercial, but now we're focusing on apartments, residential, condos, because these we think are more safe and provide a better cash flow and easy way to exit.
Can you explain what you mean by third-tier city?
Yes, third-tier city is judging from the size. In China, we have 1.5 billion, almost 1.5 billion people. The first-tier city refers to Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, Shenzhen. They have 20 to 30 million people in the city area. And the second tier is cities with 2 million to 15 million people. Some may have 20 million, like Chongqing. And for third-tier cities, generally have 1 to 2 million people in the city and 5 to 10 million people in this surround area. That's what we call third-tier cities.
Why do you emphasize third-tier cities? Do you think growth is better there?
The third-tier city has a very strong demand for real estate because comparing to the first-tier city, maybe 40% are for investment purpose, but in quite contrary, in the third-tier city, 80% of them are buying for themselves, either as a first house, first apartment, or as upgrade. So basically, they will live in instead of for the investment purpose.
Can you elaborate on some of your current projects?
The two major projects, one is called Kirin Bay. It is a 10 million square feet huge project. And after the completion, there will be 10,000 condos. That means 10,000 families will be living there. And it's so big that actually there's a river goes through in middle of our property. That's why we have the name Kirin Bay, because we have all the water view. And this is for middle class, for first-time buyers. It's kind of cheap at the price of below 100,000 US dollar per unit. And the other one called 79 Courtyard. This is the high end in the city, the best, the most expensive, but is also the best selling. And that property, generally, we sell it around 200,000 US dollar per unit.
And this is all residential?
All
Just
residential.
Strictly residential?
Yes, right.
In 2015, you are projecting positive earnings. You also project continued revenue growth. Why is this? What's changed?
Our two projects are all under construction. And this is not like, okay, we need to wait long to generate revenue. There's very stable revenue, and we have a monthly, weekly, even daily plan for our sales. So we have very reliable projection. Based on that projection, so far we have 2 million profit projection for the first half year, and we're expecting 10 million profit for this year.
Larry, how do you think the One Belt, One Road policy is going to help your company?
First of all, that's a big investment led by China. That means most of the money will be spent in China because according to the history, as everybody knows, the One Belt, One Road, One Belt means the whole area along the Silk Road in the Asian China that really build up all the commerce activities between China, Europe, and Egypt. actually Africa. And for this one belt and one road, there will be trillions of dollars investment, and they need not government involvement. Government only provide the money. Who will be acting as each unit, each project leaders? This will be different companies. And Kirin will definitely, follow the old road of Marco Polo that, centuries ago that bring China stuff to Europe and bring Europe culture to China. And now we'll follow that road. We will do our investment and follow this kind of opportunities, working with our bigger alliances and looking forward to this opportunity for either residential investment, infrastructure investment, and commerce and logistics centers. That's all the opportunities Kirin is looking forward to.
What are your longer-term goals?
Longer-term goals, first of all, we still focusing on the third-tier city development in China, which is what we expertise in. We have the most experienced team. We have all the experience, all the connections in some of the well-developed third-tier cities. And that's the cash cow. That's all the money coming from for our future development investment in the United States. And in addition to that, we will further our diversification and we will have more investment in the United States. That's the two major things for Kirin in the real estate. And also, there is a big thing happening in China called a One Belt, One Road. This is a huge thing because that means almost trillions of dollars outbound investment by China and together with other Asian and European countries. And under this policy or under this development, and this will be a 10-year process. And because China is expecting that all the Asia area need $8 trillion money for the development in the next 10 years. And it's big, but it always go to small and each projects. Kirin really want to get participated in that. As a matter of fact, Kirin's experience in the construction management, some in structure, and all those local government relationship, we are looking forward to working with some major companies. They are actually in the process of developing some major infrastructure property, and Kirin can contribute in. And so far, I cannot disclose more, but this will be another strategic investment for Kirin that will bring Kirin to a whole different level company. From real estate, just in third-tier cities, maybe Southern California, some cities in the United States. These are project by project. Mm-hmm. But under the One Belt, One Road big development, Kirin will be an active player in this big development.
For right now, you're primarily emphasizing China, correct? You do plan to get into the U.S. longer term. Mm-hmm. What percent would you like to be balanced in each country?
I would say 70% will be in China, 30% in United States from the current investment. Mm-hmm. After our development expansion to the infrastructure under the One Belt, One Road, and we will expecting the company will grow times in size. That will cause the reduce of the percentage in the U.S. The money may increase, but the percentage may reduce. That means maybe in the future we'll have 90% in China, 10% in the U.S. Mm-hmm.
Would you like to summarize why you feel now is a good time for investors to take another look at your stock?
Well, first of all, we've been here quite many years. We get listed in 2011, and ever since that we are a reporting company. We get the best audit firm, best law firm. We have the best management team. Our financials are very solid. That is totally different from some junk stories of previous China listing companies. All our numbers are well audited, and all the revenues, you can trace it to the government registration online, either from the House Bureau or from the Tax Bureau. So that is quite reliable. That's the first thing. The second thing is that we have been quiet, but we are doing all the good things, develop our own business and expansion, talking about expansion with potential big players in infrastructure, which is the most sexy part of our future. And without investing in Kirin, it's really hard for US investors to get involved in the big one belt, one road strategy. And of course, because of the current AIIB, Asia Infrastructure Investment Bank development, this is already committed 100 billion US dollar. Without working together with Kirin, without investment in Kirin, US investors cannot get involved because there are 57 countries participating, but not including United States, for obvious reasons.
Great. And on that note, we'll wrap things up. I'd like to thank again our guest, Larry Liao, Director of Kirin International Holding. I'm R.K. Walker. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.